Hello, all my beasties. How's everybody doing today?
It's coming, you pesky varmint.
Nobody. I'm not late. 2 minutes. I was here. I don't want to hear it. I answered people in chat. I'm not late. 2 minutes. I was here. I don't want to hear it. I answered people in chat. Darth, I am going here. I don't want to hear it. I answered people in chat. Wait, hold
Darth,
on.
I am going.
Croco, mute yourself. Yes, Darth, at some point I am going to be on live with the lovely legal mindset. Why I look nice, not like in other streams. Why doesn't she look as nice in other? Wait, Tom, what? Tom, I am. What? Are you asking why I'm not wearing makeup? Or how do I all of a sudden look mean? Like I'm confused. I'm so confused. MB, I would have less people to laugh at. Some days you just need.
Okay, problem
Rocco!
solved.
Rocco, I'm going to mute you myself. Iris, I'm not exactly sure. I'm confused. Hold on. I have resting bitch face most of the time. I'm wearing absolutely zero makeup, like not even chapstick right now. The reason we had to move it is because I was in the hospital yesterday. Yes, Peterson. Every time you click on the card, it shuffles. You can have, one or two at once. It just shuffles where the squares are on it. Um, I do look a little bit more alert, and my color is a bit better. So, hold on. I'm trying to let me hold on. Just give me 1 second going through all of this chat. Just give me 1 second, guys. You heard that shit earlier this morning. Yes. I did talk to the lovely legal mindset. He and I are working out dates to go on to our schedules to line up. Um, Croco, I muted you for a minute, but pull the card up and well, actually, wait, I can do this. Here we go. Guys, there's the card. It will scramble it for you. Hold on. Darth, I was echoing because Croco had his other stream in the background. I'm not mean. I just have resting bitch face too much. And if I have makeup on, you can see that it's just contrast. It's not. But I am a nice person for the most part. Look, Loki, I look normal. Greg, yeah, I am somewhat normal. I'm not wearing any makeup right now because I was in and out of the hospital. Yeah, I looked yesterday. I looked crappy yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, I look a little bit more alert. My color is a bit better. Yeah, hence why I was it an out. So wait. They're about the same. I did have makeup on a couple of days ago. This is the first day in a while I haven't had, and I didn't have one on the other night. Um, it does make my reach stronger. It makes me easier to see. I look less pale and hold on. Thank you, Claude Simeon. That's lovely of you. Makeup's overrated. More importantly, hope I'm on the mend. I am on the mend. It's kind of a long process right now. Um, so I wear it most of the time, but I also some people think it's overrated. You know, some it's not. It's to each his own. But unlike many females, um, I don't feel particularly like I have to wear it. If I want to wear it, I put it on. If I don't, I don't. You like me for me. You like me for my personality, hopefully. If you're only here for what I look like, there's plenty of my edited content and plenty half naked pictures of me that you can find places. Odd Simeon. I talked about my medical situation before. I've heard hints here and there, but I don't know if I have a story I want to tell about it. Well, we're not going to do the entire story, Claude Simeon, but the short version of it is I am I've had several rounds of cancer and am not totally into remission, and as a complication from my having had cancer and all the treatment for it, I have several cardiac issues that developed. So, um, I have been trying to write some of those cardiac issues because they've gotten worse and they're affecting my heart. So that's why that's part of the reason you'll see me with makeup, because I do look very one color a lot of the time because my blood counts are off. So, mhm, my blood counts usually very off. I do, Patty, have the new mailbox. I just need to fix one other thing, and then I will put the new PO box live. Oh, thank you, Claude Simeon. I'm good. Yeah, Syndicate. I see mine on 30th. On Thursday. I see mine on Thursday, and then next Thursday I have another cardiac cath. But um, I have been talking with the lovely Andrew over at Legal Mindset, and we are going to collab on some stuff. Andrew's a lovely person. So, okay, back to here. We have 11 people. Um, Hello, all my beasties and my loves. Thank you for joining us. We are going to pop the bingo card up in a minute. And we're going to pop the bingo card up in a minute. And then I borrowed some from Mike, from Law Talk with Mike, and from Old Squishy Gardener, and a few others. And we are going to put that up, and we're going to put them up, and I have my card up. I will put mine up with me, and we will play one of those videos. The first one I have is about a month old. I did not have quite all the time in the world this week with everything to go ahead and edit them together. So we're going to borrow from the lovely gentleman, and I will make sure that they are credited everywhere and leave their stuff. So, Darth, I have seen both of their locals, and I do know both. I know all the gentlemen from being in the LawTube arena, and I've spoken to most of the LawTubers, behind the scenes. So, yeah, Iris, I need to get in touch with Nick. But I stay far away from Nick's Discord. His Discord makes me want to drink. So, Darth, I'm actually not as connected to a lot of it right now. It's on there, Thomas. You can travel if you want to. It's on your bingo card. So I actually really value a lot of both of their kind of not persona input. Darth, you can say was, that's fine. I still am connected to a lot of them personally. So, they're all lovely people. Andrew is, he's had a lot of really amazing input, and he's had a lot of good insight for me. And I value what. So, here we go. Let's add this into the stream. Hey, Raven, we're going to put it up now, guys. So, let me everybody get you your bingo card. Pull this up and we will get started. Since I don't know where that one just went. Did I really lose that one already? No.
Tom, there is a link to your left in the description of both videos, giving you so that you can go and grab a bingo card, and every time something really crazy goes on that meets the description that's on the card, well, click the box.
Why does this not want a full screen?
Don't know.
Hold on. I'll do it this way.
What's better?
Yeah, but it's not what I need.
That works.
Yeah, but then I can't.
Then you can't see anything.
Yeah, but this works fine. Okay. We have links to bingo cards. Raven, yeah, with the self-defense claim, I was an Ayub fan first. And that's actually how I found him. So, the video we're using, it's a little bit older, but it's this one, it's not the newest video. But I like a lot of what Mike has. So we're gonna go with this one. Ah! Get back here. Oh, I'm gonna start drinking now. Okay, guys, so I'll say hi and thanks to Law Talk with Mike. You probably got the video from like Big Into or somebody, or Old Squishy Gardener or somebody. So we're gonna put this up, and here we go. You have your bingo cards. Go ahead and announce bingo in the chat if you have it. Let us know. Here we go. Let's make fun of this. Let's all have a good time and make fun of this. Got your bingo card? You have yours, Croco?
I'm ready. Where's the bad guys?
Okay. Can you see the video, guys?
We have a black spot here. Oh, there we go. It's up. Can't hear it. Give it a second, Sin and Patty.
No, that's why. Hold on. StreamYards is having issues is the problem. Do we have sound now?
I'm not hearing anything.
You have no sound?
I can hear you, but not the video.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on, Syndicate. Let me.
The question is, are you hearing it?
I do. But I think I know what the problem is. Hold on. Hold on. There was sound for the video before, but not now. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me fix it. Like, had some interesting settings. One second, guys. Okay, guys, let me know if there's sound here.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. That carries 2 points and it requires that your license be suspended. So that could affect your ability to drive a car. And then the third count is a registration plate violation, which is a civil infraction. I don't know if there's any sort of plea offer at this point. It probably isn't. What was your advice, Ms. Jackson?
I advised him that he should plead not guilty, ask for a pretrial, and pay off what is suspending him, which is basically a couple of tickets, I believe, out of Greenwich County. See if he can't get some reduction on that charge.
That's not bad advice. Mr. Akins, he's recommending at this point that you plead not guilty, and I don't have a problem with that. Your driving record shows that you had some
I love
previous
Judge Middleton with the hair flip.
insurance tickets that you didn't pay. And then she indicates you may also have some things from Indiana, LaGrange County. Let me look at this.
Branch,
What's that?
Branch County.
Branch County? Okay, let me look at this, because I did look at this yesterday. The staff has been talking with you. They say you're very polite and respectful.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not
may
smart.
not completely understand. The driving
You're polite
record
and respectful.
shows
just
that
not
you
the
are currently
brightest light bulb.
suspended. You do have an ID. You have cold water, March of 22, failed to comply with judgment. That means you didn't pay the ticket.
Yes, Claude. It
And
is
so
like a
her,
week or two ago.
her advice is probably pretty good. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, there's case laws here that states that the use of an automobile as necessary to the earnings of a livelihood is modern life.
Oh, you know you're in for it when they start with there's case laws here. Here we go.
Requires use in the interest of realism to conclude the right to use as an automobile on the public highways
Oh, here we
partakes of
go.
nature of a liberty within the meaning of the
Let's
Constitution
all fun
guarantees.
traveling.
Barbarian
Square.
versus Loser, 1958, 139.
We're not
18
driving, we're
D,
traveling.
869, and then the right to operate a automobile upon the public streets and highways is not a mere privilege. It is a right of a liberty, the enjoyment of which is protected by the guarantees of the federal and state constitutions. Adam versus City of the Pocatello 416 P.2D 46 4891 Idaho 99 1966. And a traveler has an equal right to employ an automobile as a means of transportation and to occupy the public's highways with other vehicles in common use. Campbell versus Walker, 78.
There should be a
Atlanta,
link in the
601,
chat,
603,
Raven. If you
2
click
Boys,
on it,
Dell,
you'll get a
41.
card.
Also, the word automobile connotes a pleasure vehicle designed for the transportation of persons on highways.
Somebody really explain
American
what this
Mutual
judgeable
Liability
card
Insurance
is.
Co. versus Chaput 60A.2 D2, 118. Motor vehicle, the term motor vehicle means every description of the carriage or otherwise
on there.
inconvenience
There's
propelled
time,
or drawn
so
by mechanical power and used for
we
commercial
have a
purposes
fence
on the
square.
highways. The term used for commercial purposes
Everybody
means
find your
carriage or
fence
a
square.
person
Mike
or
brought it
property
out.
for any fare, fee, rate, charge, or other considerations or directly or indirectly in connection with any business or other undertakings intended for profit. A motor vehicle or automobile for hire is
We've got
a
a
motor vehicle other
fez.
than an automobile stage used for the transportation of
We're
persons for
traveling.
which remuneration
We've
is
got those
received. International
two.
Motor Transit Co. versus Seattle 251 P120.
So does that mean you want to plead not guilty to this stuff?
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming that's a yes.
Okay. All right.
Because
I don't know if there's a club, you pay dues. As I said, the staff said you've been very polite and respectful, but you are woefully misinformed. People keep coming up with these.
I have one more thing.
Well, anyway, everything you just said has no meaning to whether or not you need a valid driver's license or insurance in the state of Michigan. And the problem is,
If
Mr.
I get
Aiken, you
bingo,
could
I will
take all this
I
misinformation and really
at
get
the
yourself
end, but
in a difficult circumstance. I don't know who's teaching you this, whether you
Inapplicable law.
or you've got a mentor that is
Everything he said is wrong.
taking you down this rabbit hole. But I don't want you to get yourself
an
in a
idiot.
situation where you're gonna have to live to be 99 years old to get your driver's license back. So first of all, Mr. Jackson's advice that you pay the ticket in Branch County would be
stupid
helpful.
laws.
Everything you just said has a thimbles full, an empty thimbles full worth of effect on
Empty
anything.
thimble.
Your driver's license is suspended by the state of Michigan. You can travel all you want, but you can't drive a car until you get that cleared up. Secondly, you're not an independent nation unto yourself. You need insurance. I don't want you to get all sideways during the week to get your license back
Has more
from following this
patience than a
irrelevant,
preschool teacher herding cats.
meaningless information that
This
you've
man
been
has more
provided with. You seem like a nice
Than a
young man.
preschool teacher that has to
So
herd
I'm going to
cats.
show you a plead not guilty. Would you give Mr. Aiken his birth certificate back? I don't want him to lose that. Now, you said there was something else you wanted to tell me?
Yes, if that's okay, Your Honor.
Oh, please, no. The judge was so nice, obviously, and here's where we started with just sovereign citizens thinking they don't have to get a license to drive. This is pretty basic stuff. Of course, he does. Judge really goes out of his way to try to help him. But here we go. We've got another argument from him, and it's just as good as the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. It states right here under U.S. Supreme Court decision that common law is the real law, the supreme law of the land. That codes, rules, regulations, policies, and statutes are not the law. So therefore, as an insurance, regulations, title, tags are not law. That's as it's stated here, Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan, U.S. Department of Labor, 1769, or 1769 F 2D 1344, 1348, 1985. And then U.S. Supreme Court decision 1796. There, every man is independent of all laws except those prescribed by nature. He is not bound by any institutions formed by his fellow men without his consent. Cruden versus Neal. And this decision has never been overturned.
Okay. I'm not sure where you get this stuff. If that were true, you wouldn't need me. You wouldn't need police. You'd have anarchy and people rioting in the streets and we're about there now. People do whatever they feel like. If somebody says something they don't like, they shoot them. Somebody says something they don't like, they punch them in the nose. They feel like everybody else's property is their property. There's something here in the United States, here in Michigan and here in St. Joe County called the rule of law. And the judges don't make the laws, the legislature does. The judges are sworn to enforce them. So at this point, somebody gave you all this information, which doesn't really affect anything, and it isn't a legitimate defense. You're entitled to have it. You're entitled to be misinformed. I think you're entitled to believe what you want. You're entitled to have a trial in front of 6 jurors.
Well, you can do that.
You're going to have to turn yourself up there, Loki.
That stuff won't even get to a jury. The only question would be, did you have insurance and were you driving? Anyway, as I said, I don't want you to get on the driving suspended merry-go-round and you'll be unable to get off of it. Whoever is giving you this information is doing you a terrible disservice. You got these tickets in other jurisdictions that you didn't pay. Now you're suspended. How'd you get here today?
I got a ride. Somebody gave me a ride.
All right. Well, don't drive anymore until we sort this out. Stop driving.
Stop. There we
I
go.
would like to see
Middleton,
you get
stop driving.
back on the right side of having a driver's license. This stuff is not helpful. It doesn't aid your cause. It has little meaning. And
I turned
the
that
bottom
down.
line
Is it a little
is you
bit
need to have
better?
a valid driver's license. You need to have
I can
insurance.
hear you now.
This stuff
Okay.
doesn't carry any lawful weight.
I turned it
in any
down.
court in the state
Hopefully
of
that
Michigan.
helps it.
So I'm going to show you're pleading not guilty.
I think
We'll
we
send you out
judge,
to the court
stop
office.
driving. We got our
Pre-trial, you
Judge
can share your
Middleton.
thoughts and
Stop
beliefs with the
driving.
prosecutor.
Do we have a case for SovCit gobbledygook?
Ms. Jackson's advice is a good one.
Jurisdiction.
If you can go
I'm
get
going
the
with
tickets paid
jurisdiction.
off, get your license available to get.
Thank you, Greg. I
They may
tried.
give you some consideration.
Unfortunately, when I use
But
a
you live in
mic or
Constantine,
someone's
which is a
video,
little place
it
where
can
every
be a
time you
little
drive, they're
harder
going
to
to pull you over
balance
again.
my mic with
We're going to be
theirs.
on the merry-go-round,
Everybody's
we're going
audio.
to get off of it. So, like I said, you've always been polite and respectful, and you're entitled to believe what you want. But this
Raven,
isn't
let me
helpful to your
know. I mean, I can
cause.
turn myself
So
up a
we'll get
little
a
bit more,
pre-trial,
but I
let you
don't
share
want
that
to
information with the
water
prosecutor,
really
see what
loud.
they want to do. But Ms. Jackson's advice, I think, is good advice. Okay. All right, Mr.
Stop
Lincoln,
driving.
why don't you take him out to the counter?
Yeah,
Now, what's
I
going to
mean,
happen next? And I
this man
apologize. Once upon a
has
time,
more
we used to do
patience
the pre-trial
than a
right here
preschool
at the time
teacher
of the
herding
arraignment.
cats.
But with county cases, we're not able to do that presently. Are you missing work right now?
No, not right now.
No,
Okay,
because
good. I don't want
nobody
you
in
to
their
have to take
right
time off from
mind
work
would
to come back
hire
here,
you.
We'll talk further about this, and if you want
Nobody
a
in
trial,
their
you're
right
ultimately
mind
entitled to
wants
have one.
you.
My hope is you could get some of this stuff squared away, and the prosecutor will give you some consideration to help you get your valid license back. But when you were young, you took driver's ed, you did all the steps you needed to do to get a valid license.
Correct. I did then. That was before I actually started researching into law, actual common law of the United States of
Oh,
America,
God.
which
Oh, good Lord. This is before he met someone like Chile to
There we go.
send
I'll
him
turn
astray.
myself up a
is
little
common
bit.
law, God's law.
Raven is
Legal
a
is
little
undoing
better.
of God's law. Illegally. That's what it comes down to. I mean, I know you don't know
Let's try
How do
this
you define
one.
illegally if there's not legal? Just a question.
it. It's just there's a whole bunch of fraud.
Well, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. I've been here for 42 years, and people have been making these harebrained arguments for years, and they don't carry any weight. And I'm sorry that you have gone
Lawful
down this
law?
path.
Is that what we're
but
dealing
it
with
isn't
here?
going to be beneficial.
No, he has not been
The
asked
better-
about
you
lawful
went to all the
laws
effort
yet.
to get a driver's license. Don't throw it away because of some mistaken beliefs about something that was rendered in 1796. So anyway, we'll send you out for a pretrial and we'll see where this goes. But I appreciate
I
the
love
fact that
Judge
you are
Middleton.
polite, respectful, and you have a right
Judge
to
Middleton
believe
is my hero.
misinformation if you want to, but it isn't in your best interest. All right,
God,
good luck, sir.
Simeon, I
We'll
think
probably
it's
talk
not
further.
just turnip trucks. I think
Your
we
Honor,
have
Deputy
some
Thomas
other
looked on
vegetable
the cameras for that gentleman.
vehicles
and
as
we
well.
Did not see him driving
right.
Yes,
All right,
chili
we
is
don't have
on
to- Just
here.
don't drive. Same for
There
you.
is a chili
Stop driving
square.
and just make it worse and more expensive and harder to get it till we get this fixed.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go, sir.
Well, there you have it. It was just too good to pass up. Judge Middleton is nice as usual. He's really trying to help the guy. They go.
Okay, so we're gonna go with our next video. Yeah, Judge Middleton is awesome. Now that you're talking more, you can't hear. You should be able to hear me because right now there's no other audio. Could we not hear Stephanie? How's this?
I hear Stephanie.
Well, people are saying now that I'm talking more, they can't hear me again.
Better Jeff Bloom than Orlando.
Okay.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to balance for everybody. I don't want to blow everybody. Well, yeah, Raven, I will try to balance it. Unfortunately, Mike tends to go 0 or 100 with his audio. So either I'm screaming or I'm going to wake up, neighbors. So the next...
You have neighbors?
Well, yes, were you not here? And hi, J. Michael. What can I say? Yeah, I have neighbors. I mean, that kind of went with the, I'm going to stalk the female who's the gun person argument from the other day. I was like, what are we doing? Like, why is this the logical person to whatever?
I was going to say, my closest neighbor is my mother-in-law, and she's a good 100 yards from here.
No, although, like I said the other night, my new neighbor had a rude awakening when I went outside to clear my yard, the firearm and the mag light.
I do remember you saying something about that.
Yeah, I didn't realize their kid was outside.
Oh, not good.
What did I just say?
Scary.
Loki, do I realize what I just said? What? I don't know what I just said. Okay. Well, we're going to put up another video, guys. No, I didn't say that, Syndicate. I said out of the water with the volume. But cute.
You do not want to destroy your hearing, users of headphones.
So, let me pull up the next video. This one's even a little bit older, but it was quite comical. So, here we go. This is from Old Squishy Gardener. Here we go, guys.
Do I what?
Can I go call the dogs and let her know?
I got a feeling that now you're worried. You're worried.
You didn't finish telling her what happens if she doesn't come back.
I know I didn't finish telling you. You could be charged with escape from a jail sentence. You could be and That's a felony. You can be charged with contempt of court and get up to 90 days in jail. And, you know, it would make matters worse.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you know, if you want to take a minute to step out in the hallway and call, you know, go right ahead.
Okay.
But I mean, if you don't come back, you know,
I'm
you think
back.
you don't think I'm going to forget this, do you?
No, you didn't forget me. I know you're not.
Yeah, I'm not going to forget this.
Okay, I'm about to step out and make the call.
You know, I actually believe you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Queuing up the Jeopardy theme.
Come on, Judge. We got 2
All
more
right,
to go.
Mr. Aguilar, I'm serious. Don't drive. You get busted for driving or any kind of driving offense and you don't have a license. This is not, the sentencing will not go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's give him his paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Notice to appear.
I'm gonna have them send it. I don't
Okay.
have any help, and we have like 40 people listening.
All right.
Oh, wait, is Miss?
Thank you, lovely Victoria.
Is she ready to go back on?
Hello, Victoria.
Did you get your phone calls made, ma'am? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just writing down my letters.
Oh, J. Michael. Thank you, Victoria.
Remember how they don't let them use their phone?
Oh, yeah. All right, back on the record.
Go ahead.
All right, and CFO versus guest. So you made your phone call to your employer?
Yes.
Okay. And who else did you want to call? I think I had held 18 days in advance.
Good, Raven. I tried.
So
I tried.
I am going to have you serve them. I'm going to suspend 9 of them. Okay? So that would mean you have to serve 9 days. And it really ain't going to be a full 9 days because of the
Hey,
day
Nee.
today.
How are
Okay?
you?
So once you have a seat over there, and I need to give me an amended judgment so I can write on there that the jail sentence is suspended 9 days.
Everybody say hi to the lovely Night of Nee.
Hello, Night of Nee.
It's over?
It's gonna be over.
Yeah.
Are you
Ne-
Shannon Phillips, who's identified as UCC
No, God.
1-308, all rights reserved?
Oh, do we have this?
What?
Okay, well, there's no response to the court's inquiry. It's 4:30 p.m. on
All rights
You're not
reserved.
here.
I was going with, you know, do we have limited appearance arguments yet?
We hear you now. Are you Ms. Phillips?
UCC 1-308, all rights reserved. I am here on the special visitation of the all rights name.
Oh, here we go. Limited appearance.
Okay, seeing no response to my request, it's 4:30 p.m. The matter was scheduled for 1:30 p.m. Agent Miller, I will sign a bench warrant upon your submission. Failure to appear.
Individual that has the name UCC 1-308. All rights reserved without prejudice. Can you tell us your name, please?
We got our limited appearance.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes, I can. Can we have your name?
UCC
Bingo.
1-308.
Maddie.
I'm here
Syndicate.
on the special visitation of the
Okay,
all
well, we're
rights
going to
name,
keep going
Shannon
at least
Phillips.
through the end of this.
Okay, I don't have that case on our docket today.
So, well, I got the letter in the mail from Scott Petherbridge for September 9th, 1:30. Shannon Sherelle Phillips, case number 7-000132 FH.
Oh.
He has canceled the hearing for today because you have an active warrant.
Alex, can you take me go up, please?
Okay,
You were
so
there in the morning.
Okay, so this don't make sense. Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
You need to turn
And
yourself
they
into the
put that
jail.
warrant out. What? Oh well, I guess see y'all when I see y'all. So that's it.
Yep, you have no hearing today.
Greg, I think she tinfoil lined that chef's hat.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I think we're ready.
All right, we're gonna go on the record in the matter of James.
She's like, no, no, what we're not doing today is this.
20 TR 105.
Judge, I was given an amended warrant to show cause this morning.
What we're not
that's what I'm
doing
going
is
off
this.
of. I
That's
have
what we're not doing today.
read that to Mr. Clarenson. I have advised him of his right to have a hearing this morning, that the witnesses apparently have been
all of
subpoenaed
it.
and are present
All
for
of it,
that.
no.
So he knows of his right to have a hearing. He has informed me that he would waive his right to a hearing and enter no contest pleas to all the allegations.
All right, is that true, Mr. Clarenson?
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes. Are you waiving your
Okay.
right to hearing, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Apparently, I was having trouble talking to my attorney because I couldn't talk to him. But yes, ma'am, he told me, and I guess that's what we'll do.
Well,
I can't have you guessing, and I need you to be able to talk to your attorney. So what I can do is order you to appear at the Elk County District Courthouse today at 4 o'clock.
I can't make it, Your Honor. So yes, ma'am, I'm gonna go ahead and plead no contest because I can't make it to Howard. That's why I had to do it over Zoom.
Why can you not make it to Howard?
I live in Elk City, Kansas, and I don't have any vehicle. I don't have a license, of course, and I don't have anybody that would take me over there. So I just want to go ahead and plead no contest, I guess. I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am, I want to go ahead and plead no contest.
Mr. Cooper, have you been able to talk to your client anytime before today?
I hadn't, no, Your Honor. He could hear me. There was a little problem in the breakout room in that he could hear me, but I couldn't hear him. I explained to him his rights. On the second breakout room, the first breakout room, we could hear each other.
Okay.
And that's when I went over all of the allegations. In the second breakout room is when I went over his rights. And what I did was I asked him to hold up one finger if he wanted to do one thing, or two fingers if he wanted to do the other thing. Yeah, he's nodding.
Right.
So
okay. All right, I will find a voluntary waiver of hearing. Find that he is in violation of his probation. I'm going to ask for recommendations from Ms. Gillette.
Judge, this is a
Greg, I think they
case
said
on
Elk
traffic,
City.
matter.
ELF, like, you know.
The defendant had pled
Sample.
back in February of 2021. We had some failures to appear on a prior revocation. He had sanctions and was reinstated to probation in April of 2022. He's supposed to be reporting to Mr. Bauer. I don't know, or I didn't know. He knew. It was made clear to him that he needed to be reporting. He hasn't come in to sign his conditions of probation. He's got all kinds of other stuff going on with him in Montgomery County. But the main thing is he won't even come in to sign his conditions of probation. He won't report to the officer. It's an ongoing issue. He had a
Because
12-month
nobody has
underlying.
jurisdiction.
It's driving while revoked, habitual violator. He's not to be driving without a valid license, and he needed to get in here and sign his conditions. It's not hard. Show up, see your officer. And he's been in and out of different jails. They've tracked when he's out. He's had contact when he's out and told to get in here. He still won't get in here. So I'm just going to ask for him to serve his underlying. He's already had a sanction on this. It's a misdemeanor case.
The prosecutor's like, I'm done. I'm done with
Fled
you.
in February of
I'm done with the
2021.
dog that ate your
And
homework.
we've had
I'm done
several
with
bond
you.
revocations
I am
on
done
him
with the
because
note
of
from your mom that
not
says
showing
you
up.
should, you know,
He just doesn't want to come and sign his conditions or
that
do
you're
his
being
probation.
allowed to be a
So we
Your Honor.
special
can't
snowflake
for him to
today.
Montgomery County until he signs
That's
his.
what I would, that's what I would love to happen. Yes, Your Honor. I live in Montgomery County. I wish that I could get my probation transferred to Montgomery County.
Are you on probation in Montgomery County?
No, because you
Currently
won't
not at the
sign
moment, no,
it.
ma'am. I've got a bond supervision. I have to call in and go see Dan Driscoll, which is the court service officer in Montgomery County weekly. And I've been doing that. If I can get it transferred to Montgomery County, this would go a lot smoother.
Well, you have to sign your conditions and be
Sign the
advised of your
paper.
conditions before they can request a courtesy transfer. You have to at least take one step before they can accommodate you. Mr. Cooper, your recommendations?
Judge, I'm going to ask the court to reinstate probation today. We do have several allegations here. I will tell you, going down the line, Mr. Clarenson is in the midst of fighting the aggravated battery charge out of Montgomery County. The vapors case, I don't know a lot about that. He and Mr. House are working on that through Elk County, Judge, and I think plan on fighting that case. With respect to the not appearing or not reporting since May 2nd, that has occurred. I think there has been confusion on the part of Mr. Clarenson a little bit with respect to once this warrant was filed, whether or not to appear. I think there's been some transportation issues. Obviously, he's not supposed to drive. But the main thing I would say, Judge, is this is a habitual violator case. He's been on probation now for 18 months. I know the state would argue he hasn't done very well on probation, but the fact of the matter is we don't have any new allegations of driving.
Okay, I gotta pause this. Sir, he's an idiot. You're like, I know there's been some allegations. Yeah, he hasn't signed the paper. The one thing he needs to do. Nope. Okay. We know he's a habitual violator, but I mean, just reinstate him. It's okay. He's on parole in 18 other counties, but it's all good. Just let him do it. Sir, the audacity you have. It's like the one I was just watching with the lovely Raven and everybody. The district attorney that is trying to read an actual warrant, and the lawyer who apparently practices law from the backseat of an Uber, who is pounding her hand off the arm. He's a good boy. Your client held someone up at gunpoint, and every one of your clients is affiliated with a gang, but everyone was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't think 15 people were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And all at the same time.
She didn't watch them for 2 days. They only watched them for like 2 hours. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to find somewhere to practice law other than the backseat of an Uber if you want me, if you want me to take you seriously. I'm going to need you to. Because the backseat of an Uber is not where we need to have our law office. Sir, ma'am, everybody is not a good boy that was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everybody's a church boy. Like you're arguing. He had 2 pounds of weed and an illegal AR.
2 pounds of weed? Wow.
She's like, it wasn't 2 pounds, and he didn't have the AR. It was the person. It was the person they were with. Like, what are we doing? Raven, I mean, I get that, but you are literally in the back seat of an. I mean, I guess it's better than the other idiot who's on the call with Judge Manning, who's driving while we are on driving. Like, while we are on Zoom having a hearing. Like, oh God.
Patty, I think that might actually be something. I think we might want to try that. I'm gonna go for 20 minutes. Oh,
Rhyme.
Look
today. Today is not the day.
You know, in fact, I think that's part of the problem here. If the court is inclined to sanction him in some way, I would ask for a minimal sanction, and maybe that would get him over to the jail, and Mr. Bauer then could get him to sign those conditions at that point in time.
Did he just say call him an Uber?
This is a misdemeanor case.
Call him an Uber to go get him to the jail.
Probation for a year and a half, and so I'd ask the court to take that into consideration.
Mr. Bauer, anything you'd like to say?
Your Honor, he has been on for 18 months. He has been told numerous times through letters and conversations that he is a call-in reporting. He doesn't have to come to Oakland.
Oh, for the love of God.
His paperwork has been sent to him 4 different times, and all 4 times he has either lost it or he didn't get it.
Did the dog
There's been
eat
an
it?
excuse every time why he can't sign them and put them in the mail and mail back. It's not an issue of him being able to drive up here. It's an issue of him getting on a phone and calling, and he won't do that. He has done absolutely nothing in this case in 18 months. He hasn't paid nothing. He's reported 3 times in 18 months. One of those was 3 days late.
Holy crap.
Picked up 3 new cases.
Oh, you could get a
He's not
process
done
server
anything.
to take him the fucking paperwork, sign it, and send it back, and take it back.
Where's the Zag battery out of again?
It is out of Montgomery County. He's got an ag battery out of Montgomery County, and then he's got the vapors case here, and then a driving case out of Montgomery County that was dealt with in his last revocation. And then there's 2 or 3 other cases that were prior to this that's still pending.
Just
Does he have any jail time credit on this case?
On this one, it is hard for me to figure because there's been so many different warrants issued on him. The best I figure is 60 days.
4 new cases.
If he's got anything outside of that,
and
it's
a
not
partridge and a pear
documented in
tree.
Odyssey. I went through Odyssey. I looked at every arrest warrant that was returned, the date that he was arrested, and then looked at the bonds, and that's where I came up with the 60. So that's the best I can get on this is 60 days. Anything outside of that, I'm not aware of.
Okay.
Aggravated battery.
Mr. Clarenson, is there anything that you want to say?
Only that whenever I got revoked, I thought that whenever I got
When I got revoked, they didn't hand me the papers
revocation
signed.
thing, I didn't know that I was still on probation. I guess it's just ignorance on my part.
It's not
And I am
ignorance.
fighting the cases. Gary House is getting the paperwork from the hospital for the vaping thing, and it was self-defense I'm currently fighting over here in Montgomery County.
Okay.
I got shoved, and then I shoved him back, and I get aggravated. So.
Hang on. James, don't go through the facts of the case. That's good enough that you've told the judge that.
I appreciate
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry.
I need to finish up my case with you and be done, frankly. I am going to
I just want to be done.
revoke
Go
your
away.
probation, reduce your sentence to 90 days without any credit for time served. So 90 days plus whatever time that you've already served in the case will be your full sentence that you flatten.
I don't want to deal with
yourself
you.
into the
Like,
Elk County
what I
Jail the
don't
next
want
24
is
hours. You're
you.
going to do 90 days on this case, and you're going to be terminated from probation. Okay?
Is my 60 days then a count that I've already served?
No,
No.
but you have 1 year. I'm not making you serve a full year.
Yes, ma'am, I
A year
understand.
minus 60 days is 10 months. I'm not making you do that. I'm making you do 90 more days.
That would be because you're too much of a dumbass
So
to
your
sign a
sentence is
piece
less
of
than half
paper,
of what it was
mail it
originally
back, and
ordered
make
for you
a
to serve.
phone call.
So get
Is
your
that
other
going to interfere with?
moving.
Is that going to interfere with my other cases that I have going? With me
I
being
hope
in jail?
not.
Am I
She
gonna be
doesn't
up there in
care.
Montgomery County?
Ms. Gillette, do you have any pull in terms of having him transported to Montgomery or doing Zoom so that he doesn't get warrants in those cases?
I can talk with the judge, with the sheriff. The sheriff has been housing people in different jails. It's possible that we house them in Montgomery County.
Well, that would work out real well for you. If they
Yes,
could do
ma'am,
that.
it would.
Okay, but you still, again, the process has to start where the jurisdiction arises. So you're still going to have to turn yourself into the Elk County Jail in 24 hours, and then they will make arrangements if they can move you to Montgomery, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right, if there's nothing further for today, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
What?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be present to sign paperwork this time.
Because it was too hard for you to literally sign a piece of paper and mail it back and call in. How? And then when you did, you were 3 days late and you were like, my dog ate my homework.
Yep.
Wait, what? You had to call in. All they wanted you to do was to call.
Could have avoided 90 days.
Sir, no. Maddie, let me know if you send that over and I'll pull up my Instagram. I'm going to put the other video up in a minute. But if you find that one, I will pop it up. Let me grab this one real quick.
I'm gonna go with no on that, Patty.
Like, sir, what are you doing?
And it's like that one lady. We don't have a hearing today because you have active warrants. You need to turn yourself into the jail. And she just kind of fucks off.
I think saying that she fucks off might have been an improvement at that point.
Yeah, well. Okay, Maddie says.
Oh, Maddie sent it. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me grab that real quick, guys.
Well, yeah, at least Opal. At least the dragon would be good enough to like make with the postage stamps.
Somebody remind me to tell Viva Las Vegas that's the dumbest tie I've ever seen.
Okay. And we actually didn't we have like a trio of bingos up here a while ago?
I don't think they were actual bingos. If you actually have bingo, guys, let me know.
Yes, please say things. And Sin did.
Okay. So we have a bingo winner. Sin, do me a favor. Send me a. Is your card still up? Sin, go ahead and send me. Go ahead and we'll send me a screenshot of it on. The bingo ate my subpoena. Yeah, Greg, I think the bingo ate his subpoena. The bingo forgot to call his subpoena. He's been in jail 18 other times for 42 other cases. So we don't know. Okay, send it over to me on Twitter so I can declare you. And I have the video from the lovely Maddie Graham that we will play. Even though Sin won, we're gonna put another one up because the stupid is fun to watch. The stupid is all of the fun to watch. Water. I love my legitimate lair members. Some of the people that send me strange things confuse me. Okay, can I just... Okay. Let me know when you've sent it to my Twitter syndicate. The dog's name is Bingo, pretty much. That at this point, it might as well be. Oh my lord, what is wrong with some of these people? I have questions. Hey, Kendra, you are not unforgivably late. I'm waiting for a message from Sin on Twitter because apparently Sin has won our first round of bingo. So, while we're waiting, I would like to point out that there is a part of me that is sad. Very, very sad. I am not blocked by Boozy. People that have never interacted with him are blocked by him. I read half of his indictment on someone else's channel for them. J. Michael, right. Most people are. Most people have never talked to him. John asks me to read half of Boozy's damn lawsuit on the stream, and I'm still not blocked. Not only am I not blocked, he will tag me and like, go away. Yes, Loki dear. What? Yes, Maddie Graham, what? I want to be blocked. And I'm sad. I feel not special out of like our group of people. I'm like, everyone else is blocked.
No, I'm not blocked by Boozy. Despite my best efforts.
Yeah, but so many people haven't. Croco, you gotta mute you for a minute. Okay. Okay. I don't have a Twitter message yet, but we will trust our layer mate for now. Syndicate, we will trust you. Syndicate, everybody show of hands. We trust Syndicate. I trust Syndicate. Syndicate's one of our layer. So we're gonna go with a new card. Everybody go get your new bingo card. Click the link again. Get your new card. Or just clear it if you want to use your old one. It's fine. Just hit reset. Okay. I have our video from the lovely Maddie.
Actually, I got the same one back.
Okay. Because it probably has cookies, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. We're going to start our new one.
They didn't even still have the clickies. Pretty sure that's actually the only one I've ever seen. Bingo card ID number 027.
Okay, guys, here we go. Thank you, Van Allen. Thank you for the video.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are back in Zoom court for round 4 of Judge Middleton v. Samuel Perdue, aka
Oh God, Samir Morrow Bay,
for his pre-trial hearing.
This
There are
idiot.
plenty of ups and downs in this one. So let's get straight into it.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, I can. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Unfortunately, Samir
Deborah
Mirage.
Davis is here, and we're ready to do the pretrial conferences in your cases. We'll call them, and then we got some things we're gonna address. I came in early from a meeting, so we can start early, because I understand you have to be at work. What time do you have to be at work?
4 o'clock.
All right, well, we'll be well done before then.
He works. I wonder if he pays taxes to the US government on that income.
There are 3 cases, plus some civil infractions. File 202073ST alleges driving with a suspended, revoked, or denied driver's license having allegedly occurred on September 17th of 2020. File 202653 alleges driving suspended second offense and forged or false license and speeding. That allegedly occurred on November 25th of 2020 here in St. Joseph County. Speeding charges attached to that. File 21213ST is a charge of driving with a suspended license, second offense, false operator's license, and speeding. That allegedly occurred on January 31st of 2021. So there are 3 driving suspended cases, 2 forgery license cases, and 2 speeding cases, but 3 separate incidents.
What is the deal with SovCits and speeding, especially this year? I've covered more SovCits getting stopped for speeding this year than in previous years.
Yeah, Maddie, stop driving. His favorite thing to tell them.
He
hasn't said it yet, though.
He did in the last one.
I know. I caught it.
Bay, B-E-Y. So we're talking about the same person. First of all, Mr. Morrow Bay, let's recap some things. we've had a number of hearings in this case, and the matter was set for a previous last pretrial prior to a jury trial. You didn't appear for the last pretrial, and bench warrants issued.
Why is this
Then
so
you appeared
hard?
for the jury trial, but it was adjourned because you didn't show up for the last pretrial.
Oh,
You posted
oh,
bond
God.
in each of those matters, and I want to reconfirm something. You've told me since the very outset that you don't wish to have an attorney appointed to assist you. I am ready and willing to appoint a lawyer to help you either as counsel or advisory counsel. But every time I suggest that, you decline. Do you wish me to have an attorney appointed to assist you with this?
What do you guys think? Do you think
No.
after being held in contempt and spending
Maddie, I do hear Judge Manning as well every time we get the pretrial. Since Mr. Bateman, aka Viva Las Vegas, is fluent in Spanish, I was trying to get him to do the pretrial in Spanish to post on Lake stuff. I was trying to get him to come over and join us tonight, but he has 3 hearings tomorrow. So he was like, I might pop in for a few, but I can't. I have 3 hearings and they're all insanity.
in however long he spent in jail before posting bond, he has finally come to the realization that representing himself is going to be pretty difficult. Let's see.
I do not waive my rights whatsoever.
Oh, God.
But I do not want an attorney.
An attorney?
An attorney? That's not how you say attorney, dude.
Apparently, that's how he says it.
And also, I just want to say, I'm making a special appearance.
Ah, we got special appearance.
Well, you're here specially or otherwise, and you wish to
Oh,
represent
you're special,
yourself in
honey.
this matter.
You're
I
special.
just love those grins and looks from Deborah Davis, the prosecutor, every time he says something dumb. I too would find it difficult to keep a straight face under these circumstances.
When we discuss
I don't
this
actually have special appearance on this one. Cool.
You should.
I don't. I have a limited appearance.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Special appearance, limited appearance, they use them interchangeably. I would also like to say that Ben and I were having a discussion, and as all my lair loves know, I have a hard time hiding my feelings. Hattie, you have your inhaler. You're going to yell at me. You spit your food out again, something, because I lost my shit on someone or ranted. So I'm just saying. We were all talking, and I said, if you think Debbie Davis rolling her eyes would be bad, they're like, why don't you just go to law school? Because everybody tells me to fix my face as it is. To fix my face. And because of the stupid faces I make on camera. So can you imagine me and Debbie in the same room with one of these people? Or on this same video call? Debbie
I
and
can't envision this. It would not end well.
Debbie and I would be sitting there, and all you would hear is me screaming at someone. Yeah. So no. Law school, Ben said they'd end up having to lock me in a closet to shut me up and make it so I wasn't held in contempt. Fix your face. No! Have you seen yours? You can't even get the word appear out. No. No, my man. No. Claude, we're working on making that happening in the very near future, hopefully.
Last time I said, if you're going to represent yourself, then you need to do it right. You need to show up at the appointed time, which you have done. If you have pleadings you wish to file, you have to file them and provide a copy to the prosecutor, which you have done. So let me go through the things that you filed with the court and see if Ms. Davis agrees.
Okay, here we go with the dumb filings. This should be fun.
Let's do this.
Random irrelevant motions incoming.
Case, there is one called Exhibit 1, Affidavit of Fact, Writ of Discovery.
Oh. Obscure and inapplicable law.
2073 case and the civil infraction that's attached to that. Then you filed a writ of discovery affidavit.
A relevant motion.
In each of the cases. Does that document require me to make any ruling or anything, or you simply wanted to have that on file?
Your Honor, and before he responds that, I don't have any of those in my files.
Or you don't?
No.
You came to the courthouse.
Maddie, they might have smoked glue.
He's talked about them each time he's come in, but he has not provided any to our office.
Well, some of these are
So our
printed out
prosecutors
11.5 by 14 paper. It's hard to find something that will print that, but I will make sure that you get a copy of each of these documents.
Thank you.
She doesn't actually want them.
I think she put them in on base. Anyway, regarding the writs of discovery affidavit of fact, is there anything you want me to do with that, or you simply wanted to place that on file?
I had to, so everything I do, I have to place on public record. So
Yes.
I let everyone know what's going on.
No shit,
So,
Sherlock.
So I basically have to anytime before court, I have to, send in my affidavit. So
Yes.
the court know what's going on prior to me being there.
Yes, you
I've
dumbass.
accepted these. They've been date stamped December 1st. They're placed in the on-base filing system, and I will provide copies of each of these to the prosecutor. All right, those are on
but
file.
also,
You don't get a Matlock moment.
What else you filed? You filed a document called 1508 point, specifically mentioned identification documents 18 USC 1028, and an accompanying House resolution.
Yes.
Received that for
A
filing.
House
I'll provide a copy to the
resolution.
prosecutor.
Did you call
You
Congress
filed
into
a
session?
Position statement of certification from the Pennsylvania House of Representatives from 1933, right to know law request.
Again, Deborah's puzzled face on these irrelevant filings. Are
I'm
comedy
in
gold.
Pennsylvania and I don't.
I've received that, date stamped it, and I will provide a copy to the prosecutor.
Sweet.
Now we're back.
Provided a
Now
copy
we've
of
gone
the
from that to
Constitution of the
gobbledygook.
United States of America, North Continent, the preamble and the Constitution.
You
and
filed the
also provide a
Constitution?
copy of the Bill of
Who?
Rights.
Who? Wait,
You're
no,
familiar
no,
with
no.
those,
Wait,
and
hold
I'll
on,
Accept it for filing and provide a copy to the prosecutor.
sir.
This is just wasting the time.
You filed the Constitution and the preamble
And the Bill of Rights.
and the Bill of Rights, and then you're like, I don't know why I have to file things, because then everybody knows what I'm doing. Sir, anybody that has watched Schoolhouse Rock
Knows this thing.
can sing you the preamble to the Constitution.
No, this is 2022.
Yeah, DM, this is 2022, and I do live in the state of Pennsylvania. Leave us out of Michigan. Maddie, I think I've seen this because I've seen all of their stuff. But, sir, we don't want to be in another state, nor do I need the preamble. Yes, you need to file everything. You don't get to have a Matlock moment. Because you're
He's
like,
trying really hard, though.
surprise, bitches. It doesn't work that way. All of the no. All of it. I'm just a bill and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Yeah, pretty much. But this jackass is going to file the entire thing.
So, okay. Loki, is it time for the cursey words yet?
I've already cursed. I always curse. He's trying to be like Allegan. He's got his moment. Samir, Mirage, Morrow, Bay, whoever the fuck his name is this week. Oh my God.
If he was
And the
representing
court at this
Daryl Brooks,
point,
he'd have
why
filed
would
the
you
card.
file a copy of the Constitution and Bill of Rights? I mean, what does he hope to gain from that?
He also filed a document called Legal Notice, Name Declaration, Correction, Proclamation, and Publication.
Yes.
And sealed. And I've received that, date stamped it, and we'll provide a copy to the prosecutor. Then you filed something called United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples.
Which wouldn't be him.
What?
29-page document from the United Nations. I'm not sure what date it is, 2007. And that's also date stamped December 1st. And a copy
Is he trying to argue a jurisdiction here?
No.
And that filing is a waste of paper because he is not indigenous. Moors are not native to America.
Then you filed a copy of a Treaty of Peace and Friendship dated 1787 between Morocco and the United States. And that is a 4-page copy, apparently, of a treaty from 1787. Again, that's date stamped. It's been received for filing. We'll provide a copy to the prosecuting attorney.
Again, another irrelevant filing because he is not from Morocco, nor is
Can
he
you
a
see me
descendant
and
of the
Debbie
Moroccan
sitting in the
Empire.
same room with this together?
All right. So
I don't know
accepted
anything
your
about
filings.
Debbie,
We
but
wish them to
I'm
be on
I'm
record.
watching you, and you look like you're getting
Thank
ready
you
to
very
go
much.
screen at this guy.
We have some
But
things
look
we
at
have to
Debbie.
discuss.
We make the
But
same
also-
faces.
All right. What else did you want to say?
I apologize. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Yeah.
but also,
Okay. Yeah.
It's from my understanding that
Okay.
all
I hadn't
affidavits,
actually seen her name.
must be answered, or else they stand in law as law. So I'm hoping that you all will review all my documentation and answer to my affidavit, please.
Okay, but when he does review it and rule on it, you should accept that ruling and move on, right?
All right, let me rule on that. This is not a legal document per se. It's not a motion. It's not it's just a declaration that there is no answer. I've accepted them for filing. I'm not requiring the prosecutor to file an answer, and the court won't be filing any answer, but I've accepted your documents. So that's my ruling on that. All right, let's go through this.
But I also challenge jurisdiction.
Yes,
from day one.
jurisdiction! Because you're bringing the goddamn state of Pennsylvania into this shit.
No, it's not a motion.
All right, well, I decline your challenge of jurisdiction.
But you don't have the authority to. You have to prove jurisdiction. You have to physically prove jurisdiction with like paperwork and documentation.
No, he doesn't.
It's not because you just.
He's
won.
the judge.
I mean that respectfully.
Well, certainly they have to prove venue, which is where the crime committed at trial. But you made a motion and I declined it. So you can appeal it if you're convicted. You've preserved these objections for appeal. Right now, you're presumed to be not guilty. You haven't been convicted of anything. You're challenging jurisdiction.
Yes.
You're challenging these things by answer. I've denied them. If you are convicted, you would have a right to appeal your denial of your motions. So I'm preserving each of your motions.
My man.
But I'm denying them. But if you wish to
You
appeal it,
you
before
denied.
you're convicted, you have a right to do that. So that's how
Understood.
that works. All right.
But,
now
but
let's
also
talk.
for the record, they're not motions, they're affidavits of facts.
No, they're not. You filed a
Well,
motion.
accepted them as affidavit of facts. You
Thank you.
preserved your objection.
Yes, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Treaty of Peace and Friendship is fact. I don't think anyone will argue with you there. What they
No.
have to do with your speeding and driving without a license charges, well, I don't know.
Now, there's 3 separate incidents where you allegedly were driving, and at least 2 of
Sir.
them you were speeding. The prosecutor has filed a
Wait,
motion
pause.
to join all of those 3 cases in.
Yep.
Am I hearing this correctly? This is all over a couple of speeding tickets.
Yep.
What
He wasn't driving, he was traveling.
Click.
And yes, I'm aware Debbie and I make the same faces. I get sent split screens all the time.
You guys don't want to see me right now because I'm making. I have the shocked Pikachu face right next to the Growly version.
People keep sending me pictures of me and Debbie Davis from things, making the same dumb faces. Ben was one of them. Ben was like, I kind of want to see you two in the same room. And I was like, that's not going to end well for us. Like that might end, like, it'll be amusing to people. I don't know how well it would go. But it might amuse people. But yes, we make the same faces and roll our eyes. She's far better at not screaming, you're stupid at people. So back to this. Yes, it's over speeding. And you're saying the Bill of Rights and the preamble to the Constitution aren't. Yeah. Back to the stupid.
In 1 trial. What's your response to that? She's saying rather than have 3 separate jury trials on this, I request to join them all for 1 trial.
Yeah, I want to join them because I don't want to deal with this more than once, dumbass.
All for 1 trial.
You want to do
You're
this 3
entitled
times, my
by
man.
law to have 3 separate trials.
Debbie's
One
like,
for
oh, hell no.
the January 21 case, 1 for the
I don't
November
got time
20
for this
case,
shit.
and 1 for the October or September of 20 case. There are 3 separate incidents. Prosecutor contends they show a pattern of continuing to drive without a valid Michigan license, but so she's moved to join them. But it's your right to have them tried 1 at a time, if that's what you wish. So the prosecutor filed a motion to join them into 1
Because Debbie
trial.
does not have enough time to
do you
deal
have a
with you 3
position
days
on
in a
that?
row.
Well, I definitely requested trial by my national peers, but I know that's not going to happen.
My man,
But
I got a question. What I'm going to need from you, sir, is for you to know where you're from. Because if you want your national peers, I don't think claiming that you're Moorish is going to help.
No, that will not help him.
I don't
It
think
doesn't even help me.
I don't think getting people from Morocco to come here to do it. So that's not going to work. I don't think enough of you lovely sovereign individuals understand that jury duty is derived from the driver's license database. So getting your other SovCits onto jury duty is going to be literally impossible.
Oh no, you might actually get one.
No, none of them have driver's licenses because they're all traveling and not for commercial purpose, so they don't need a valid driver's license. So none of them are eligible for jury duty. Yeah, oops. And sir, I I think you might be slightly confused as to where you're from. But we'll keep going.
No, I don't want them all to be combined.
No, I want to do this 3 times.
Defendant objects. Ms. Davis, you wish to speak to that?
She hates her life and is
Your Honor,
rethinking
I
it.
stand on my pleadings as filed. I filed a motion with a brief attached acknowledging the
I stand
code,
on my
under
motion.
which we're
I
seeking
don't want
this,
to do it 3
for judicial
times.
efficiency, for cost involved with these, and the facts themselves. I believe that the court should join them together to have one trial.
Ain't nobody got time for this shit once, let alone
One
3 times.
wrinkle to this, Mr. Morrow Bay, is if you have one trial, the prosecutor gets one shot at convicting you. You have to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. We have one trial, it's all over at one trial. If there's 3 separate trials, they have 3 separate attempts to prove the charge. So that's something to consider. However,
Understood.
I'm gonna grant your objection. It certainly would be more judicially efficient.
Debbie
join
wants
these
to
into
throw
one
something
trial.
across that room.
In one day, but there's substantial prejudice if there's a trial and the jurors know that you've done this 3 times in 70 or 80 days. Your defense is essentially the same to all 3 cases, but I think your
No, Kendra
risk
does not
of
go off voter registration. They don't register to vote either.
outweighs the prosecutor's desire to do this in a one case efficient manner.
Debbie's like, give me the screaming goat.
I see.
I see what you're saying,
I'm
you
gonna
dumbass. I
set
see what I'm saying.
all for the same
I'm still
day,
doing
but
3
then I'll
times.
do one at a time. Now,
And,
the next step.
Now, if I wanted to change this at a later date, is that a thing I could do? Or
No.
No, I guess if you change your mind and decide, I'm gonna set all 3 cases for the same day. But unless you agree, we're only gonna try one case. Let's say, for example, we set all 3 cases and officer so-and-so is having a baby on that day. When they ask for adjourn that, we could adjourn that and try one of the other cases. So we're gonna set all 3 to make sure we can do at least one. And if you change your mind and you agree to have them joined into one case, you need to tell us by a certain date. Now, Deborah, I've been looking at the dates. I've already scheduled, we lost the jury day we had set for this because Mr. Morrow Bay didn't show up for the pretrial. So we lost that date, or we've done at least one of these. We've scheduled everything through January and February, which takes us to March 9th. That's a Wednesday. Mr. Morrow Bay, are you available on Wednesday, March 9th?
March 9th. I will be.
All right, I'm gonna set it for Wednesday, March 9th, 2022 at 8:30. All
Great
3
trial.
cases will be set
Alex Manning
for the same time.
No work for me that day, I guess. 3 trials in one day should be fun. Unless, of course, he accepts the very generous plea deal offered to him later on by the prosecutor.
Debbie's literally like, oh, what
If
fresh
defendant
hell is
wishes
this?
to have them joined, you have to tell us by February 25th.
Oh, I couldn't have been the 30th?
Mr. Perdue, have you been provided with the dash cam video of that incident?
Oh, my name is Mr. Bay,
I'm sorry, Mr. Bay.
and I have not.
We discussed this yesterday, Your Honor, and it was, the defendant and I discussed how I would like to have some direction from the court regarding giving him this video with a protective order that he would not disseminate it or use it for anything other than the purpose of preparing for trial.
yes, I would release it on those conditions. Otherwise, you'd be in contempt, but you're representing yourself and you're entitled to have, so video will be provided.
Yes, we have them here sitting on the staff's desk, and they did confirm an address that is a proper address for the defendant to be able to mail those out. So those will probably, if the mail hasn't gone out today, but if not,
Put
tomorrow.
what you want in the protective.
Kendra, they may
In
have
this
done
one,
it with your change of address.
You can have these videos, you can't disseminate them, share them.
But you have to have a driver's license
can have
originally.
To review and prepare for your defense.
So I
All
can't.
right, that's the first case.
I can't show people
Or
that I was
a
traveling in
valid
videos
photo ID.
and that
Well, you can
they
show it
think
to
I'm
people
driving.
at your house, but you can't post it on any social media. If you do, you're gonna be in contempt. You can show it to people. You can't post it on any social media till this trial is completed.
Yeah,
Or
they
make
went
any
based off your Ohio one.
reproductions of it.
He only wants these videos so he can present himself as a victim to his buddies. Just remember though, if you do see any of these dashcam videos anywhere before the trial is done, you will know that he ignored the protective order to post them online and could be held in contempt. If I find them, I will of course refrain from posting them until after the trial. I wouldn't want to incur the wrath of Judge Middleton, even though I am on a different continent.
Right.
Yeah, you still don't want to don't piss off the judge.
20. I'm gonna bring these next people in and mute them. 202653. That allegedly occurred on November 25th of 2020. That contains a speeding charge and a driving suspended charge. What's the status of that?
Your Honor, that case has not been resolved, and on base says it can't connect to the servers, so I'm not sure what's going on.
John Hoffmeister, this is a Michigan State Police case.
There were 2 other troopers that assisted and responded, and there is a dash cam for that one.
And the driving record.
Yes.
All right, same thing, same protective order. But you're entitled to have the evidence that the prosecutor intends to introduce against you. Mr. Bay, I'd give you a piece of advice. There are a couple of speeding cases in here. The most important speeding case, which sets out the standard the prosecutor has to meet, it's called People versus Ferency. I don't have the citation. It's Ferency. I'd suggest you may wish to take a look at that case.
Middleton's like, I'm going to give you what you need, so I have to hear less of this shit.
Ferency. All right, then the last case, or the most recent case, is 2021. Allegedly occurred January 1st, 31st. It charges driving suspended.
Maddie, her hair usually has a little more red to it, but since she's wearing a black shirt and the background is white, it'll mess with the contrast. That's
Because
why
she's
if I have
contrasting very well there.
if I have all of my hair down and I'm wearing dark
That one
and
might
I'm wearing
have
lipstick, I'm
Sergeant
even paler.
Steers, who was in the front seat with him, if that was in the village of Centerville. And there is a dash cam for that one.
All right, so certified driving record, dash cam.
So this court doesn't recognize the right to travel.
No courts recognize the right to travel.
You know what the right to travel is, right? Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
Right. All right, yes, I recognize the right to travel. I don't recognize the right to drive without a license and go 84 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. So you have a right to travel. You don't have a right to drive, is where you and I have a fundamental disagreement.
Yeah, Maddie,
Speeding,
it
driving
does
without a
have a
license,
purple
wrong
or a red
plates,
tint
no plates, no
depending,
registration, no
but
tax,
her
etc., has
contrast
all
is
been
just
ruled
off.
as non-arrestable offenses, and I've been arrested.
Because you're driving
offences
without a
on their own
license.
aren't arrestable, but add them all together, and the fact that you continue to repeat those offences means you will get arrested. Oh, and Thompson v. Smith does not support any of your claims. My guess is you haven't even read that case, because if you actually did, it states that cities have the right to require permits for the use of roads.
Yes.
Cal versus Farley. These are court case documents right here that we keep ignoring. I don't know why we keep ignoring these.
Well, where are
These
they
Supreme
from?
Court case documents right here.
Oh, all right.
The right to travel was ruled in the Supreme Court.
Okay, I'm
right?
familiar with it. Anyway, you didn't
So
file an
hold on,
actual-
but you can't just gloss past it though. I mean, because you have to
all
answer
right,
to them.
so you made.
But it's okay for you to gloss over Thompson v. Smith without reading it. Look, the judge knows the difference between travelling and driving, and he knows that nothing of what you are presented has any merit. If you believe it does, then appeal it. That's how this works. If you are going to represent yourself, then at least read the cases before you file them. This is ridiculous.
You made a motion, well, just accept it as this, I'll put it in order. Your motion
Is
to
denied.
dismiss regarding the right to travel is denied. And so that also preserves your motion. You can
There you go. Try
appeal
again.
on that issue if you are convicted. So,
I didn't file a motion.
well, then file a motion if you want to argue it.
But I didn't. That's an
You can't
affidavit. I
just-
sent you
all right,
affidavit.
well, so now you're saying, so I'll accept your oral motion.
It's not a motion.
Well, your affidavit, whatever it is,
Yes.
regarding the right to travel
Sir,
is denied.
those words
Your
don't
Honor,
mean what you
so
think
that
they
the
do.
Court is
No,
aware.
they don't.
I did speak to the defendant about this issue with discovery materials and potential exhibits yesterday via telephone. But the people intend to file a motion in limine based on Michigan Rules of Evidence 403 for exclusion of evidence based on confusion or waste of time. Again, I haven't seen all of these
Motions
documents
in
that he's
limine,
intending
dude.
to present.
They're all getting
but,
thrown out.
Once I do see them, I suspect that we will be filing a motion in limine to have them excluded from any discussion during trial.
Yes, we can declare it Fez time.
Well said, Deborah. Confusion and waste of time. That sums up this guy's whole defence. He shouldn't be allowed to waste the time of the court with any of these vexatious claims.
But they will.
You have 21 days to file a motion and he has 21 days to respond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Bay, you also have 21 days to file any further motion.
I know. That's the affidavit I sent you. That's what it said. You have 21 days to respond to it.
I just responded to it. I denied it. I'm advised that I got.
You
the
have to
dates
deny it in
mixed up.
paper. You have to send me something in writing.
Did you just tell the judge what he can and can't do
You
in
have
his
to
court?
deny me as a national because I was traveling.
That's
as a
exactly
free
what happened.
All right, I'll put that in order. March 9th doesn't work.
Okay.
That's Judge Patterson's date. Does March 2nd?
Honestly, I don't want to come back to none of these courts. I would love for y'all to actually uphold the law and not try to uphold these statutes against me. So I don't really
Lawful law.
I don't really choose.
No, it's not
the reason why I'm
lawful
even
law.
showing up is because if I don't show up, you're gonna send your private mercenaries to come get
Oh,
me.
private
And I don't have time
mercenaries?
for that. I have
I
a
want a
family to
private-
take care
can
of.
I be-
So that's the only
I know what
reason.
he's
why
Wait,
talking about.
wait.
I'm
Let
giving
me
this
say
some
a
time of
couple.
day.
My man. My man here. You have family to take care of. Somebody. Okay, wait. I need to. Sir, how did you find somebody whose standards were that low? I mean, Has somebody checked on with his family and this female if they need help? You being held against your will? Blink 3 times? Something? Cause sir. Sir. I don't know that anyone that's not being held against their will that has standards that low. Does a foreigner on U.S. soil get all the rights described in the Constitution? Claude Simeon, you do not get all of the rights described in the Constitution because you're not a citizen or lawful immigrant, but you do get them applied to you in most cases. And most of the judicial, like your judicial process is preserved unless you're doing things and you have something like diplomatic immunity involved. Because if there's diplomatic, yeah, they have protections, but they do have the protections, but if there's diplomatic immunity involved, there are other things at play. But my man, you don't got the time to do this. You're the one that wants 3 separate trials. She wanted to consolidate them for you, and you said no. You already said what we're not going to do is do this at once. So it's not Burger King. You don't get it your way. I'm going to need you to pick.
Yeah, pick something, please.
I'm going to need you to pick.
It's interesting. You want me to uphold the law, but you don't want me to uphold the statutes.
Yeah, no.
These aren't private mercenaries. They're sworn deputies employed by the County of St. Joseph. Anyway, I didn't bring these charges, Mr. Morrow Bay. The Sheriff's Department or the individual departments filed them. And the prosecutor is prosecuting them. And you're the defendant. You also wish
I'm not
to
a
represent
defendant.
yourself. So I'm going to do.
And I can't
Wait, what?
I'm going to do
He
this
says he's not a
March
defendant.
2nd,
Yep.
2022 at 8:30. All 3 cases. Deborah,
Here we go. The judge is like, no, we're doing them at once.
You
No,
are,
actually, he says
after
he's going to
speaking with
schedule.
Ms.
He said
the
earlier he's going to
defendant
schedule
yesterday,
off the same day.
the people would
Just in case-
offer
and then
that
only
if
try
you were
one.
to plead in each case to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code and acknowledge the speeding violations, we would dismiss the remainder.
We will give you
sorry.
this very
Could you
nice
repeat that?
plea deal if you
Sure.
just shut
If
up
you
and
would
leave.
plead to the misdemeanor of allowing another person to violate the motor vehicle code in the 3 open cases, we would dismiss all of the driving suspended, the registration, all of those. But you would also have to acknowledge the 2 speeding tickets and pay the fine for the infraction on those.
He's posted quite a bit of bond. I think there might be bond money to apply, but let's talk about what that means, Mr. Bay.
Okay.
Driving suspended is a misdemeanor. Driving suspended second is punishable by up to a year in jail. Driving suspended first is punishable by up to 93 days in jail.
She's like,
They
this is
both
my sanity,
carry 2
Judge. You will
points on
agree
the
to sign
driving
this.
record,
You will
and they
agree to
require
this
that your
deal,
license
Judge.
be suspended.
Or I'm going to
Please
come
agree to the
downstairs
deal.
and throw something at
Legal
you.
offer from the prosecutor that kind of takes me a little bit by surprise.
Yeah,
She's offered to dismiss all of the driving suspended charges for a
'Cause
plea
ain't nobody
to
got
3
time to deal with
charges
you.
of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. It's a kind of a peculiar statute. It's under the Michigan Traffic Code. It's found at 257.326. It's called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. It's punishable by a fine of up to $90 to $100 and up to 90 days in jail. This is important. It carries no points and it does not go on your driving record. It
Your
doesn't go on
non-existent
your
driving
Michigan
traveling
and
record.
It doesn't carry any points. I can't think of the last time I put somebody in jail for allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, but it is punishable by up to 90 days in jail. And then the speeding charges are civil infractions punishable by a fine only. I'm going to put this in the order that's the offer. It's a very interesting offer. It would resolve all of the cases. I guess you could plead as the other would be either Samuel Morrow Bay allowed Sammy Perdue to drive or vice versa, but it wouldn't affect your Michigan driving privileges and wouldn't go on your driving record.
She just doesn't want to deal with your ass anymore.
Your Honor,
Yes.
also, the people would not object to a no contest plea in this matter.
All right. That's interesting too.
Debbie's
I
doing
think at this
everything she
point, She just
can.
wants to be done with
To
the
make
case.
this go away as quickly as possible.
Generous offer.
Mr. Morrow Bay. No, by pleading guilty, you admit that you're guilty. By pleading no contest, you don't admit guilt.
She just doesn't want to deal with your ass
You
anymore.
allow or accept that a
Would
conviction.
you?
That makes this even
No.
more interesting.
Does the look on my
You could
face
enter a
say I
no
would?
contest saying I don't plead guilty to this.
Just saying.
I will allow.
I don't
this
blame her for a second.
For the
Debbie's
purposes of
thinking
the
I'm gonna come
bargain,
downstairs and smack you, Judge, if you don't agree. Let me do this.
Did you post your bonds through a surety company?
I believe so.
All right, because I didn't know if I had.
How do you not know this?
I'll put this in the order and I'll put some sort of deadline in it. Let me repeat that. She offers to dismiss everything for one count of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code.
In each of the cases.
In each of the cases.
Yes, the 3 counts.
Plus the 2 speeding counts. This will cost money, unlikely to
And a little else.
jail sentence. And it would resolve all the cases and it would not affect your Michigan driving privileges. You could also plead no contest, saying I don't plead guilty, but I allow or accept that a conviction would enter. I'm going to put all this in a written order. I don't want to put your address out here over the internet, but over the live feed. But Ms. Davis, you've got his current contact information.
We do. Sir, the address that you gave to our staff this week to mail out things, is that still the same address?
That is correct.
Okay, then yes, we will provide that address to the court, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Dee. Regardless
I'm
of
not
what
gonna make you make a
happens, they're
decision
gonna
on
see
that
him
right
again
now. It's a
because
very interesting plea offer.
Captain Dipshit.
Resolves everything, resolves your and my disagreements on the right to travel. It results in.
It
all
resolves
cases
Debbie's
being
headache of
resolved,
having to hear from you.
But nothing on your driving record other than the speeding tickets. So you can consider that, take a look at the statute, consult with people you consult with.
Is he dumb enough to turn that deal down?
Probably.
Or do you think
Yes.
he will realize how sweet it is? It does sometimes look like the judge is getting through to him. On the other hand, it depends who else he has in his ear. Either way, I hope he makes the right decision.
He will turn that down point
We don't have
blank
legal
because
counsel,
fucking
but we've done
reasons.
fine today. You and I have been able to transact our business in a respectful manner, and that's good for all of us. So I'm going to put this in a written order. You can consider the prosecutor's plea offer, which would cost money, but would not put anything on your record but a couple of speeding tickets. Ms. Davis, is there anything else we should place on this record?
Just briefly, Your Honor, because of the trial date moving up, you had requested that the defendant notify the court by the 25th of February, whether or not he would agree to join. I just asked to move that up a little bit too.
Yeah, move it up to February 15th.
And the plea offer, if you could put it in the order that it's good for 2 weeks from today.
You got 2 weeks to decide whether you won't fuck this up.
So it'd expire at 5 p.m. 2 weeks from today.
All right. That would be December 6th.
And this defense attorney is like, what do I got to say to get a deal like that offered to my client?
It's Michigan time. Sir, as far as notifying.
Did she just
the
have
court
to
or
tell
our
him that
office
it was
whether you'd like to
Michigan
accept
time?
That offer, you can either call our office or call the court and set up a plea date, but please just make sure that you make contact with us if you're going to accept.
Okay.
All
December
right,
16th.
Mr. Bay, anything else you wish to place on the record?
I would take, if they offered me that, I'd take it all day, every day of the week.
All right, consider a no contest plea to those 3 charges plus.
You know that other defense attorneys like, what do I got to do to get offers like that?
And I'll send you a copy of the order, what we've done here today in the mail. And I will provide a copy of your pleadings to the prosecutor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
How much
Well, that was
crazy?
interesting. I think that went pretty well for him, apart from his motions or.
My man is like, everyone else is sitting there going, what do I got to do to get an offer like that? How much cray-cray do I got to espouse to
I
get
don't know, it seems
offered like
he-
that?
It seems like he did a fairly good job of being just a nutcase.
Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of the Samir Siraj Morobay things. And he is just a whole level of stupid. That is a whole class of stupid that Loki Opal, I'm looking right now in the court record. Yeah, the other defense attorney is like, what passive aggressive do I need to? Who do I need to say?
Whose dick do I got to suck?
But oh my god, the stupid.
It burns.
I could not. I can't with these people. I can't.
You could. You probably just don't want to.
No, I can't. You would see me on the news for
Ooh.
like homicide.
Oh, no. We can't have that.
Mm-mm. You would see me on the news for homicide.
Oh, no. You wouldn't do that.
I would. Right now, I probably would.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't have the time nor the energy to try. No, Syndicate, I don't think that's it. It's like Morrow Bay is one of the most aggravating in that they have him so much, but he's one of the few that are respectful with it. He's one of the few that's not like, no, break my window and drag me out of the car. Because somehow While Debbie's sitting here in court just making faces, I'm like dragging one of these people out a window of a car because they're not being respectful. And then, yeah, and then we're having to explain to them, you're
Why
an
this
idiot.
is stupid.
I don't know why.
How do you have the intelligence to continue breathing? Inquiring minds demand to know.
I've asked people that question and worse. You're really loud, Croco.
What?
Turn your volume down. You're really loud.
Okay.
I can say that.
That should be better.
Yeah, it is. The last person that when SovCit on me when I was in uniform, then tried to tell me because I was a female, I had no jurisdiction, standing, or anything over them.
I'm guessing he learned otherwise fairly quickly.
My partner argued that I wasn't female first to amuse themselves. They were like, if you would like to tell her you can't tell me what to do, you're a girl. Like, if you want to go with that argument, man, you do that. But
I'm just gonna sit over here while she steps your dick into oblivion.
Like, don't. I'm just saying, you can't make me do it. You're a girl. Might not be your wisest move.
Well, putting himself in a position where he would wind up in your sights is probably not the wisest move anyway. So, yeah.
But that was one that was like so close to me. They were in my cuffs. If you're in my cuffs, not the people I'm with cuffs, we have problems.
We have problems anyway.
Yeah, he really tried the "you're a girl, I don't have to listen."
Yeah, no, that's wrong. Once again, it's a question of authority. It's a question of who's got what authority.
Yes, lawful law, question my jurisdiction, go for it, but that might end your ability to respirate. Maddie, you are more than welcome to make any comment about being in my cuffs you would like. Generally, people do not like pink asp tactical double locking barred handcuffs. They're not as fun as people think. Syndicate, I don't know if I will. But I'll let you know, dear. Yeah, I was like, what are we? Yeah, that gentleman was not having a good day as it was. He had a heart attack thanks to me and ATF.
Oh. Well, that's no good. Can't have that.
It was one of the funnier things I've had to deal with. Cookie Mon Steve, you missed 2 hours of us making fun of sovereign citizens and the stupid and me making faces at Debbie or like Debbie.
Sympathizing with Debbie.
All the stupid. It was, I don't know. Yeah, it's empathizing with Debbie.
Because if you were her, you wouldn't want to be there either.
Maddie, you're in PA too, apparently. Okay. Yeah, it was, oh. Would I tell you the story? Oh, Lord. So, oh, okay, Maddie's not in PA, so whoever said we're both in PA. We were called to, I was there assisting DEA and DHS and FBI with a warrant service on a 3rd floor apartment that they knew was trafficking large amounts of crack cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin out of. And whatever. They've been watching it for a few days. And DEA and ATF all charged up the stairs. And they did the classic kick in the door and throw in a couple of the flashbangs. And then pull the door shut while they went off. Well, once I got inside, everybody inside was like stumbling around. This one guy screaming, "I'm having chest pain." And so, they call me in to come down from where I am and to go upstairs. And so I go up and I walk in, and my man on the floor who's having the chest pain looks at me and sweeps my feet out from under me. To which one of the DEA agents, and he's the only one I don't think I've ever hit for doing this, grabbed me by the upper arms, literally picked me up, set me back outside the door, and shut the door. That's going to end well for you, dude. Oh.
Did you go back in there and break him in half?
No, when they reopened the door, he was like 4 or 5 feet down from the last time I had seen him. His hands were now behind his back, and he looked a little worse for wear. But you're still complaining of chest pain. And the officer goes, "He wants to apologize for kicking you." And I went, "Okay, cool. Oh, don't worry, Kendra, I got mine." I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's take him out. Just drag him down the stairs and we'll get him done. We'll look at him." Everyone went out. I had a discussion with the one ATF agent about the Benelli shotgun he had because I was a little bit jealous about his duty shotgun. Really nice Benelli. Really nice Benelli. We get downstairs and I go over to the ambulance they had tossed him in, and I put him into we switched him over to my handcuffs. And I looked at the cardiac monitor that the regular transport medics had put on him, and I was like, "So who's going to the hospital with them?" "No one. He's just got an allergy to chrome bracelets." Oh. No, he's having an absolutely massive anterior wall MI, also known as a massive heart attack that's going to knock out probably 2/3 of his heart. And they're like, is that bad?
Yes. That is bad.
So if we like, wait, he'll be dead. Well, like, is he going to get up and like walk out? No. The fix for this is going to be open heart surgery. Like, they're not going to fix this with a cath. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm positive. So they switched him over and he started to talk and they'd put an IV and we had him all set up and I had him in my cuffs. And they were like, okay, well, you ride. We'll drive your vehicle that's locked. Because my vehicle always goes with me. I have my cases cannot be, my weapons cannot be secured in standard racks or cases. Whereas most people's can. So, and the officer goes, you already kicked her once, don't do it again. And he's like, well, I can do what I want. She's a girl. I don't have to listen to her. And he was like, you tell her that. Sir, you have that discussion. That you don't have to listen to her and you're the man and you're going to tell her what you want. Yeah, that was a really nice ride for him.
I bet.
I did explain to him that generally things like a 4-day methamphetamine bender and a flashbang don't go well together. That was literally the cause of his heart attack. You've been on meth for 4 days, and then the flashbang gave you an actual heart attack. Okay.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm. Sir. I did offer to remove his cuffs. I told him we could fight hand to hand and see who got out of the ambulance. Winner takes
it wouldn't
all.
have been him, especially not in the middle of a heart attack.
Throw of a heart attack or not, it's not going to be him.
I said, especially in that case. Because, yeah, no, he's not getting out of there.
Mm-mm. Patty, no, he doesn't. He didn't make it to his trial.
Did he die first?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He did not make it out of the hospital. Maddie, ironically, you actually need about 10 cc's of air is, I think, the average. If our resident RN is still here in the chat, off the top of my head, it's more than the little tiny bit of air that most people need. But it didn't really matter. He had a massive anterior wall MI, so what that does is take up pretty much your entire left ventricle of the heart. He did get to see the hospital, but his friends brought him meth.
Oh.
By Opal.
No.
And he decided doing meth after open heart surgery at the hospital was a good move. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Dude, please tell me whoever it was that brought the meth into the hospital wound up on trial for murder.
I don't know. Oh, Joe Michael, I said you need more than a tiny bit of air for to cause an air embolus, but it's more like I think 8 or 10 cc's in the last paper I read. But yeah,
We'll wait and see what
someone
our
brought meth in. Someone brought him meth, and he did it on the cardiac step-down unit and did not survive it. But,
I was told. See, I was told many moons ago that any amount was had the possibility to kill. And probably because I was a nursing, probably because I was an assistant, and they want to make sure that I don't that I report shit.
No, technically any amount can, but a lot of the studies show it's more than like a cc of air. But no, if you've got a massive anterior wall MI with an open bypass, don't do meth.
Open bypass at all.
Yeah.
Ow.
Why not? Yeah, Klutz, I mean, pretty much. I mean, a small amount to the wrong circumstance, but in general, you know, when they've studied it, it takes more than people think it does. But yeah, my man. Women don't tell me what to do. Okay. You do you, boo.
Try and stop me.
I don't really care. I always like when they want to fight me. For some reason, I've had this discussion, and I don't know if it's just like somebody's fantasy versus like bravado, but they're always like, if you have a room full of us in SWAT uniforms, they always pick me, and they're like, her. I'd fight her.
Also a bad move, because you're smaller and faster than he is. You can get away.
Don't you think that if we're all here and we've all gone through the same physical training and we all fight each other and all that fun stuff, that maybe I'm not as easy to get through as you're thinking with your bravado? I mean, I do have to be able to carry one of these guys out of a building. Maddie, while I appreciate you think I'm a little girl and a small package, I don't think I'm as little as you think. Although that is a very sweet sentiment. They're like, the girl's the one I'm going to go through. I would pick the dude with the belly that is out of breath walking up a flight of stairs first, but okay. You do you, sweetheart. They're always like, I'm going through the girl. Yeah, I mean, those are the guys that are trying to fight you thinking, yeah, but I'm in my work boots, I'm 6 feet tall. I actually had that discussion, I think it was with yeah, I'm Claude told me I'm just under 6 feet tall without boots. In my duty boots, I'm just over 6 feet tall. So I'm not. Somebody was talking to Legal Mindset, and I didn't realize how tall he was. Did you know that, Croco?
No, I'm not. I don't know how tall he is.
He's like 6'5" or 6'6".
Yeah, he's got a bet on me.
Yeah, Andrew's like 6'6", I think. When I saw the pictures from Alita's wedding, I was like, he's really tall. And he's living in Korea. So you're even more ridiculously tall to those people. But yeah, I'm just about 6 feet tall. Yes, I only weigh like not much, not a whole lot. I'm very thin, but I'm very, very tall. So everyone's just like, I'm gonna fight her. Okay. I mean,
yeah, no, don't do that.
You.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Hey, I led my team in penalty minutes in hockey for a reason. Cookie Man Steve making you feel shorter than ever. Cookie, if it makes you feel any better, I am the shortest one in my family.
I don't think that makes Steve feel any better.
Yeah, Cookie Man, I am the shortest one in my family. So 7'2" is our shortest. Is our tallest. Yeah, we have 7'2" is our tallest right now.
Isn't that your brother?
No, he's 6'9".
Oh.
6'9", 6'11", 7'2", 6'5", 6'6". I'm not even 6 feet tall. I'm the family midget. I'm the family midget.
How tall was your mother?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's shorter than me. She's 5'8". But generally, like, you don't count, that. Generally, your kids are taller than mom. Especially since my mom was born less than a year after my grandmother got out of the concentration camp.
Oh.
Yeah, and then my mom didn't come to the U.S. till she was 4, so there were other factors in that, so we just don't count her in all of it because, Maddie, you and everybody else, my brother's first wife was 4'10".
Ooh. Wait a minute. First wife?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? She ditched him or what?
She's divorced. What?
Nothing. I'm being. Don't mind me.
Thankfully divorced.
Uh-oh.
She was batshit crazy. I mean, Kendra, I wear a 00, so. I'm a lightweight, especially with how tall I am, but I wear a kid's extra large or 00. But yeah, I mean, my brother's 6'9". My uncle's 7'2". And I live in, 5-inch heels. I'm still shorter than everybody. So I didn't realize, like, we were a bunch of circus freaks until my best friend pointed it out. Yeah, my brother's first wife is 4'11". His son is 13th is 5'2" and taller than his mom. Yeah. At 13, I was 5'6", 5'7". The family average is about 6 foot. My dad was 5'3", according to my mom. Yeah, we average about 6'4" for the majority. I'm like one of 2 people in my family, or 3 of us that are under. We even see my brother's kids.
You're not even that far under.
No, an inch. But yeah. I mean, my brother's first wife was 4'10". Dear Michael, I haven't been in hyperthyroidism in years since I don't have one. But yeah, it was like insanity. It was absolute insanity to watch. Everyone always thought it was his child. Hey, Nick Wilson. So here we go. So we will, Kendra, I don't know where you shop or what you wear. But I can't find pants that actually are the right length. No pants are long enough. I have to like go and get the double tall ones that the Gap sells online with a 35.5-inch inseam and a double zero. Because I'm real tall. Real little. But you know, why not? Yeah, I gotta talk to Andrew, but when we're gonna do our video. Yeah. Maddie, we had that discussion the other day. My brother wears the same size shoes. My only advantage is I wear like a kid's extra large in shirts. Because I only weigh like 130 something pounds on a good day. Yeah, even that doesn't work for me, Kendra. Those would be too big on me and not long enough. But because I'm all legs. Claude Simeon. J. Michael, I don't want either 224 micrograms synthroid and thyrogen. But yeah, I'm still not hyper, even with decent meds. My health stories on my channel. I'll have to check. J. Michael, I will have to go over and check. Yeah, I very, very tall. So I'm going to say goodnight to all you, my loves. I will figure out when I'll let everyone know when I get to collab with Andrew Esquire. And when we can, you know, set that out. And then I have some edited content to go up. Next Monday, Skwerl and I will be live again together. And
so that'll be fun.
Yeah. We're going to arrange it so one of the lives a week is Skwerl and I, and the other live is just me. Because I have some sponsored content and stuff that I can only... Let me know when I get Debbie. You guys have to talk to Debbie. I'm always free. if you guys go harass Debbie or whoever enough, or Andrew or whoever, I'm always game to have anybody on my channel or join anybody's channel. The only exception you all know if you've been around. There's only one person that is absolutely not welcome on my channel anymore after their last behavior. One and only one currently. So, but anyone else, I'm always up for and game to collab with. Just let me know. So, all of my loves, all of my beasties, be sweet, be kind, and have a sweet evening. I love you, my beasties. You know it. Good night, my dears. Peterson,
No,
you're always
Peter.
nope. You're always you're welcome here. Okay, my beasties.
More like the individual in question starts with a K. If I'm right.
You are.
Okay.
Zulu, text me. Bye.